Hey sports fans, welcome to the Sfl Today for the 2010-2011 season. We can't wait for the football season to begin. Commish 2 and I were chatting about it, thought there's a lot of things out there we'd like to kind of talk about. Commish 2, as you can see, just got himself a brand new Toshiba laptop, so he's on that thing, checking all the
sports.
Sports, the football rankings, the college rankings. We were looking at the power rankings of the NFL. So anyway, a couple of thoughts, Commish, too. Let's talk college first. What are some of your overall thoughts about the college
as many of the sports fans may know, Commish, I took a trip with my buddy Charlotte this summer out to Montana and Idaho and stopped in at Boise State and picked up my Boise State t-shirt. Sorry I don't have it today. I got my Montana Grizzlies on. But they're in the top 5.
Yeah.
And as I said the email to the sports fans recently that I watched the old Boise State-Oklahoma game to pump myself up. So I'm a big Boise State fan. I'll wear the t-shirt another week.
All right, good. We got the Boise State thing. What else we got? We got TCU up there too, another surprise team.
That's right. A lot of funny teams in the top 25 and teams out, like USC, not there.
Not right. The USC. Why even have a football program as far as I can say?
Well, they're like the last pick in the NFL draft, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Woo!
Wow, it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
USC, Michigan, Notre Dame, not in the top 25. Notre Dame's 34.
Michigan's
Michigan got no votes for the top 25 teams. None. Zippo. Jason.
Zilch,
any other term you want to use, but Michigan, they're one step above USC is irrelevant.
That's right. And UConn is ahead of Michigan.
Yeah, hard to believe. How
about the pro? You want to move on?
Let's go to the pro. Because SI had the power rankings commission too. Surprise, surprise. Number 1 in the power rankings NFL this year. Who you got?
New York Jets. Do you believe that?
New York Jets.
Don Banks. There's the New York bias, boys in New York. I mean that's absolutely, positively ridiculous.
But you know what the guy's doing is he's setting the Jets up for failure. Okay, boys, you want to be on the pedestal? Let's see how you do. See how long you can stay up there before they knock you off. I don't think it's going to be very long. Unproven quarterback, clearly unproven. They got all these fancy players out there. I really think LT is going to bring very minimal cachet to that offense. I don't see much coming from them. I think the Patriots have equally as many problems as the Jets do. We have clearly the better quarterback, but we have aging running backs. We
lost Logan Mankins to a contract thing. He may sign, but now we just lost Nick Kazar possibly for the year.
Yeah, you got Nick
so they've got offensive line issues, which look at Brady with the broken ribs last year. He's going to take a beating, and that's not going to help him.
So the NFL is going to be really interesting. We have a lot of storylines there. We're looking at some of the ex-USC players like Glendale White.
Leonard in Arizona. What's going to happen to him?
We got Carson Palmer and Cincinnati. Interesting, those guys. Also, we're going to have Denver's going to be a really interesting story this year with the quarterback situation. They've got Brady Quinn, they've got Kyle Orton, and they've got Jesus' friend himself, Tim Tebow.
No, you earlier said Jesus himself, Tim Tebow.
Well,
and I was saying that it's kind of ironic that you had Brady Quinn, playing with touchdown Jesus all those years, and now he's fighting for a spot against Jesus himself.
Yeah, so I'm really going to be interested to see how the Broncos do this year.
Let's just finish up talking about the SFL.
No, this year, the SFL. Well, I was really close last year, close as you can get, obviously, just losing by the number of weeks won. So that's an important thing, sports fans. Don't give up on weeks. Fight for every week you can, because as it was proven to me and Brian a number of years ago, winning a week is so important at the end of the season for the tiebreaker. And so who do you think is going to be strong this year?
Well, I just want to point out a couple of things. Number 1, I saw an article about the Colts, the Super Bowl loser always having an off season. Well, Steven lost, and I want to look at some history of how that goes. Is it over?
No.
All right. How that goes. For example, Dylan, what was his year like after he just barely lost out to Bill? What about the year after I ended up tied with Joe Cheever, and he won on the tiebreaker. You know, what is it when you go all that close that you can taste it and you lose out? How do you do the next season?
Yeah. So interesting scenarios. We'll have more. We're just doing a little bit of a relaxed kind of a SFL today, and enjoy the rest of the
We'll
summer.
be referring to our stats on my new laptop.
Yeah, he's really psyched about that. Great deal. Great deal.